Hi, kindergarten. Welcome back. Are you ready to find out what happens when Lulu picks up Cordelia? Is she going to keep Fleshman around? Is she going to keep to her schedule? Those are all questions I have. All readers have questions about what they're going to read. So get yours in your mind right now as we get ready to start. Lulu Walks the Dogs by Judith Viorst and illustrated by Lane Smith, and we're going to start chapter 11. Lulu, filled with impatience, was standing on Mr. and Mrs.'s porch, and she was late. Fleshman was waiting patiently under a tree. He was holding on to Pookie, who immediately fell asleep, and gently patting Brutus, who promptly pooped. Mr. and Mrs. weren't upset about Lulu being late because they were busy looking for Cordelia, who, even with Lulu's help, could not be found. Fleshman watched Mr. and Mrs. and Lulu calling, "Cordelia! Cordelia!" as they poked and prodded the junk pile on the porch. And then, because it was getting too late, and even though Lulu scowled a "stay out of this scowl," he joined them. Handing the two dogs to Lulu, Fleshman knelt by the pile of junk and started speaking softly in a language that nobody else on the front porch knew. Well, nobody but Cordelia, because as soon as he started talking, she came popping out of the pile and, yapping blissfully, went waddling over to Fleshman. "It's Cordelia!" shouted Mister. "It's Cordelia!" shouted Mrs. "It's time," Lulu announced, "for me to go." Quickly taking over, she attached Cordelia's leash to Cordelia's collar, and holding on to all three dogs, Pookie against her chest and the other two on leashes, she turned to Fleshman, nodded, and said, "I'm leaving." That nod may be Lulu saying thank you, or maybe not. Fleshman, though not invited, was leaving with Lulu. But Mr. and Mrs. first had two questions to ask. What kind of language did Fleshman speak to Cordelia, and what exactly did he say to her? "I spoke in German," Fleshman explained, "because Cordelia's a dachshund, and dachshunds are German. I also know how to talk French to French poodles." Then he told Mr. and Mrs. that what he said to Cordelia to make her come out of hiding, but I really don't feel like discussing that right now. There's Cordelia. My daddy calls them wiener dogs because they look like hot dogs. Chapter 12. 6.5 minutes later. Evening up with Brutus and Pookie. Cordelia pooped. Chapter 13. Lulu needed to get back home, or else she would be late for school, but she also needed to bring the dogs back to their owners. "I can do that," said Fleshman. "I don't have school today. They're giving me the day off because I'm so smart." Lulu knew she should thank him, but she really wanted to stop him, wouldn't you? Still, as Fleshman went off with Cordelia and Pookie and Brutus, and Lulu pulled up her socks and hurried home, she forgot about all the difficulties of the morning and thought about all the money she could earn, which inspired her to sing a money song. "Howie, Harry, Harvey, Hank, lots of money for my bank. Goldie, Gracie, Gladys, Glore, lots of money for my drawer. Money, 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 money." Lulu thinks it's time to use the name Glore to rhyme with drawer because she says Glore is a nickname for Gloria. I'm not so sure. After school on Monday, Lulu remembered all the difficulties of the morning and decided she'd have to spend some money to make some. She went to the market and bought the cheapest dog biscuits she could find. She went to the store and bought for only 69 cents plus tax a plastic toy flute. And then she went to the library and took out from the language section an easy-looking book called Beginner's German. She figured it wouldn't take much to learn what she needed to learn to make the dogs behave. She figured she would do just fine without Fleshman. Chapter 14. Yes, some are short. We have this discussion all the time in class. Some chapters are short and some are longer. She didn't. Brutus hated the taste of Lulu's cheap dog biscuits. Pookie yelped when Lulu tootled the dog plastic flute in her ear. And Cordelia, who either did not understand or pretended to not understand Lulu's German, kept right on hiding. In other words, Tuesday was just as bad as Monday. Fleshman, who was hanging around, asked Lulu if he could help her Lulu sighed and said a grouchy, "Okay." Chapter 15. Lulu bought better dog biscuits, practiced harder on the flute, and memorized saying in German, though it made her want to throw up, "You are the bestest, most beautiful dog in the world." But Wednesday was worse than Monday and Tuesday combined because Brutus wouldn't start walking, and Pookie wouldn't stop yelping, and Cordelia hid so well that she could not be found. In addition to which, Brutus missed and pooped all over Lulu's foot. Maybe on purpose. Fleshman, who was hanging around, asked if he could help. Lulu sighed and said a grouchy, "Okay." Chapter 16. On Thursday, after a morning twice as bad as Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday combined, Lulu told Fleshman she'd hire him as her assistant. She said she would pay him $13 a week. Chapter 17. $13 a week? Is that fair? Let me figure this out. Lulu is getting $12.50 a week for Cordelia, and another $12.50 for Pookie, and a great big $15 a week for Brutus. Add all these up, and she gets every week. She gets every single week. She gets every single week. I'm close. I'm almost there. She gets every single week 40 whole dollars. And she wants to give Fleshman, who works just as hard, maybe harder, a measly $13 every week? That doesn't seem one bit fair to me, but hold it. Listen to what Fleshman is saying. "I don't want your money, Lulu. I'm happy, delighted, thrilled to help you for free. It's truly my pleasure to serve you, too." "Fleshman, stop it right now," Lulu roared, "or I'm going to throw up right on your perfect sneakers." Fleshman shrugged his shoulders and stopped it right now. You ever threatened to throw up on someone's sneakers? Boy, she's something. Chapter 18. On Friday, and for the next 2 weeks, Lulu, along with Fleshman, walked the dogs. They each took turns making dog biscuit trails for Brutus. They each took turns coaxing Pookie by tooting the flute. And they each took turns saying the most flattering things in German to Cordelia to persuade her to come out of her hiding place. And as long as Fleshman was there, the dogs behaved. Lulu didn't have much to say to Fleshman. She didn't want Fleshman saying much to her. But on their third Friday together, after the dogs were returned to their owners, Fleshman tapped Lulu's elbow and said to her quietly, "We make a good team." Big mistake. Lulu stopped walking and started scowling at Fleshman. She put her hands on her hips and she narrowed her eyes. "Fleshman," she said to Fleshman, "I want you to listen, and listen carefully. We aren't a team. We will never be a team. I'm the dog walking boss, and you are only my assistant. Comprende?" Comprende is Spanish for "do you understand?" But why, you may very well ask, did she say it in Spanish? I really don't feel like discussing that right now. Fleshman nodded his head to show that yes, he understood, and then he turned and silently headed home. And we'll start with chapter 19 tomorrow. Wonder what's going to happen if Fleshman's not back. We'll have to wait and find out.